Dear viewers, as I record this video, Sensex is at 53,000 level. It is trying to break out on the upside. In all probabilities, unless something really goes wrong, Sensex is likely to cross 53,000 and explore new territories. We do not know what is going to happen once Sensex breaks out of this 53,000 level. In this video, I am going to discuss about all the possibilities and what you should do as investors if Sensex crosses 53,000. Should you buy? Should you sell? Should you not do anything? And all possibilities. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Now that the Sensex is at 53,000 and it is trying to break out on the upside, what are the things that you can do? You can continue to buy and continue to hold whatever you have already bought and enjoy the bull market. Or you feel the market is at the highest point, this is not a time for us to sit in the market and sell and walk out. This is the second opportunity. The third thing could be, I will neither buy, I will neither sell, whatever I have, I will sit there, I do nothing. This is the third possibility. What happens if you do any of these things? Are there any lessons from history that we can learn when you adopt this kind of a strategy? What happens? Let's look at some of the past experiences of adopting this particular strategy. First, let us go back to 2004. Now, if you are a person who believes in bull market, and if you believed in bull marketing making a lot of money, then what happens is that a bull markets, the madness of markets is not known to what extent it can take the Sensex up. In 2004, the Sensex was just at about 3,500 to 4,000 level. Within the next 4 years, by the year 2007 and 2008 early, Sensex touched 21,000. Yes, in a span of less than 4 years, Sensex moved all the way from 4,000 to 21,000. If anyone walked out of the market when the Sensex reached 6,000 or 8,000, lost the benefit of this massive bull run. So if you are a person who is hit with fear and you think something might go wrong, then one of the problems that might happen to you is that you will miss the best juicy portion of a bull market. When Sensex crosses 53,000, we do not know. It's an uncharted territory. Sensex may claim 75,000, Sensex may claim 1 lakh, Sensex may continue its massive bull run for next several years. We do not know. So all possibilities exist. So if you try to sell in a hurry, the risk that you are carrying is you may not get the best part of the bull market, and all your efforts of investing in stock market can go waste. Now, we spoke about in the year 2004 to 2007, the markets moved from 4,000 to 21,000. What was happening during this particular period? People who know about it know what exactly happened at that point of time. This is a period of easy money. That means financial institutions across the globe were lending money to real estate and other consumption related activities left, right and center. There was abundant money supply which was there in the society. Now this started chasing real estate, this started chasing the stocks, and inevitably it resulted in a massive bull market which pushed the Sensex from 4,000 to 21,000. Interest rates at that point of time was very, very benign. The interest rates across the globe was very low. In India too, the interest rates, the FD rates had come down to about 5.5%. If this was the story of 2004 to 2007 and 8, what's happening now? Is there easy money? Answer is yes. It's not the banks which are lending the money in an easy way today. Now slowly they are loosening their purse strings on lending. But it is the central banks which are pumping huge amounts of money across the globe. You would have heard the US central bank has pumped in trillions of dollars. Even Indian central bank has a loose monetary policy. Across globes, the central banks are pushing money into the system. They want to get out of the problems that are created by the pandemic. Again, this period also is marked by easy money. So there is every chance that this bull market may climb very, very new heights. To what extent it can go, I wish I knew the answer. I do not know. But the outcome of easy money is definitely the asset prices will climb through the roof. Another problem which existed between 2004 to 2007 is because people made money in a very short span of time, lot of retail investors flocked into the stock market. Everybody wanted to participate in the market. People borrowed money, people pledged their assets, bought that money and put it into the stock market. So this was all feeding fuel into the fire. As a result, a massive bull market was unfolded between 2004 and 2007. What's happening now? Again, the retail is literally overpowering the market. The youngsters on my channel, I keep getting inquiry every day. Somebody says, I am a student, I am invested in the stock market. Somebody says, I am 22, 23 years of age, I am putting my money into the stock market. So there is a huge retail frenzy in the market. Every dip in the market is taken advantage of these retail and they are buying into the market. So this is also pushing the stock markets higher and higher. So we do not know when Sensex breaks 53,000 on the upside to what levels it can climb higher. All that I know is at some point of time, whether it happens in a few months from now, whether it happens a few years from now, it will not be a one-way climb up. The climb will be halted at one point or the other. It can come because people have exhausted the money. It may come because of inflation rising and suddenly central banks raising the interest rates. So one of these incidences will result in stock market coming down. Now if you sell early, you will lose the benefits of the bull market. If you don't sell at appropriate time, then you may also lose money. So what is the right thing for you to do in such a market scenario? Let us look at the option in your hand one by one. Option 1. The best option in your hand is work with the help of a financial planner. When you work with the help of a financial planner, they know exactly what is happening in the market. They know the techniques to guide you through this bull market so that you will not lose the benefits of the bull market, as well as if the markets were to come down, how you can manage this fall. These techniques are very well known to financial planners. So the best option in your hand is work with a financial planner. If you have one, interact with them and they will tell you what needs to be done. If you don't have one, and if you are interested to avail the services of a financial planner, you can make best use of our services as well. We have shown our contact number here on the screens. You can reach out to us from any part of the world through a WhatsApp message. Please do not call us, but instead send us a WhatsApp message and we'll respond to you and we will help you to get the best out of this bull market, as well as see that your money remains safe if a market corrections were to set in. The technique number 2. Now, if you are a do-it-yourself investor, it becomes slightly difficult for you to follow on all these suggestions that I am going to give you now. But nevertheless, there are some do-it-yourself investors who have done a good job out of it. All that you have to do is maintain proper asset allocation in your portfolios. If you have set an asset allocation, let's think that you have put 70% in equity and 30% in the debt. Now, whenever this asset allocation gets altered because of the market movement, all that you have to do is sell the asset which has increased in its value and convert that into debt portion and bring the asset allocation back to the normal level. Let's say that you have put 70% in the equity market, be it mutual funds, be it in the direct stocks. Now, if this 70%, because of increase in value of equity, if it becomes 80% or 90% level, then you have to sell that excess portion of equity and convert that into debt and reset it to 70-30 or 60-40 or whatever the asset allocation that you have set it for your risk profile, you should reset it. This is one another method. The third method that you can follow is keep reducing your equity exposure as market climbs up. Let's say that now market is at 53 and you have set your equity to debt asset allocation at 70 for equity and 30 for debt. Let's say if equity touches 60, you can reduce it to 60-40. Or if the Sensex reaches 75,000 level, then you can bring down equity to 50 and 50. These are just the hypothetical figures that I am giving. As market climbs up, you can also bring down your exposure to equity and start increasing exposure to debt. So as markets become expensive, exposure to the risky asset equity should be brought down and more portion should go into the debt by selling equity and making it safer. This is the third technique which you can adopt. What's the other thing that you have to do during this massive bull market? The other thing that you have to do is swap your bad quality stocks and mutual fund in favor of good quality. Remember what happens during a market correction. When the markets correct, it is not the quality which corrects that much. If there is a bad quality stocks, if it is a small cap stock or if this is a stock which is not heard of, then it can get wiped out during a market correction. It is these poor quality stocks or poor quality mutual funds which will get wiped out during a market correction. In your portfolio, if you are having these nondescript stocks, not heard of, not good business models, you do not know, you just bought it for the sake of momentum, this is the time you swap it, you sell them and replace it with some good quality stocks and good quality mutual fund. When market corrects, quality also comes down. Good quality stocks also comes down. Every mutual fund in the equity segment will also come down. That cannot be escaped. But when you sit with quality, your chances of coming back to previous levels fairly quickly is much better than sitting with the bad quality stocks or bad quality mutual funds. Now, if you look at the stocks which performed very well between 2004 and 2007, many of these stocks are no more there on the stock market. Many of them have become penny stocks. So, if you sit on these bad quality stocks or bad quality mutual funds for long periods of time, your portfolio may not come back to its previous level or you may permanently lose money. Both possibilities exist. So, the thing to do right now is swap the bad quality stocks and mutual fund in favor of good quality mutual funds and good quality stocks. Another suggestion that I can think of mentioning here is bull market is a time where you should sell your mistakes. When you constructed a portfolio, when you picked up your stocks, you felt that you picked up this stock, I should not have bought this stock. These kind of regrets could have been there in your mind. Bull market is an excellent period where you can sell these mistakes. Bull market lifts everything. See, when the flood comes, everything gets lifted up in that flood. So it's a time, if you have some regrets in your portfolios that I shouldn't have picked up, it's not a good stock, good mutual fund, this is a time you get rid of. So in a bull market, everything sells, even bad quality sells. So make best use of this time and get rid of this bad quality stocks and mutual funds. These are the things, if you are able to do during this market bull run which is unleashing at this point of time, I am very sure you make best use of this bull market as well as stay yourself safe without getting hurt too much whenever the correction comes in. Dear viewers, the topic that I presented today, if it helped you how you should handle this bull market which is unfolding now, and if it helped you to be a good investor, please like this video. If you are a person who is watching this channel for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe for this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I will be back with you with yet another topic and yet another video very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.